Hey, I'm Mr. Cone. Welcome to MotoGP 17 and the Manager Quiz. Here we are, around the beautiful Mugello track in Italy, round 6 of the season. McDonald's definitely got the swing of things in MotoGP, but so does the Flying Finn. They're going to make it through the Q2, as we've got to finish in the top 2 in Q1. So let's see what we can do around this circuit, which has been favourable to the Scott in the past, but not in this first qualifying effort, already down. So let's try and learn this circuit on a MotoGP bike then. In the last round in France, had a very good race through the field. We're looking to repeat that performance here. Well, he's had some very good results. It took some time to get results around it. He's definitely always had the pace, McDonald, but getting the results proved a bit harder in Moto 3. Definitely got them in Moto 2. They're going to be repeat that trick in MotoGP and be right up there in the championship as well. He's not too far off his McDonald. I didn't think he'd be challenging his first season, but like a duck to water. He definitely has graced the top class so far this season. Also, I've shortened the top gear, 6th gear, on the bike, as quite rightly pointed out on the Qatar video. Yeah, the last gear's a bit long, so I've shortened the top gear. Hopefully that will enable us to be quick down the straights. We're not hitting the rev limiter at the end of it. As you've seen already, that front straight is extremely long. So we go through the fast chicane now. Here we go, approaching the final corner. Let's set up this next lap beautifully. Down into second, look at hugging the apex. God, I love these MotoGP machines. Insane grip they have. And you go accelerating down the front stretch. Expect to hit over 200 miles per hour easily. You're approaching 210 before the first corner, over 210. Look at that, 215, we're just about hit the rev limiter. And that's much better into the first corner, going a bit wide. We get on the power, so we've got Baptista in front on the Aspar machine. Spaniard in all of his yellow and white. So we go through the first corner. You set up 152, we perhaps have to be around 148, judging from that first split. 149. Let's see if we can do it, continue. Well, it's been a good start. Go round, downhill. Almost kicking out the rear end. Oh, almost doing it again. With fast left. Down the third again. Look at that, even faster than the previous lap. Definitely got used to this circuit. McDonald on a MotoGP machine, definitely gaining. And the Aspar in front. Will this hinder him? Or will it help him? That's why he goes wide into the right hander. 47-0 from Lorenzo's having to do Q1. What the hell? Not a good season for the Ducati rider. Okay, so we go through the right. Now the fast chicane. Keep it in third as we're 1.6 seconds back. And that is definitely going to help, kicking it up over the curbs. So I thought 48, 49's totally wrong. 47. Let's go wide in that final corner. Hopefully pick up some slipstream as we run towards the line. This will be a 48, will it? 48.8, 1.7 seconds off. No, we're definitely not going to make it through then. It's almost into the back. Oh, I believe that is Baptista. So not a good qualifying at all. Ignore that. We're not going back out. Let's skip time. There's look at that Jorge Lorenzo. 46.6 in the end. And Elisa Spargo on the appeal go through ahead of Folgo. Normally he makes it through. Scott Redding, Jack Miller, Baptista in 6th, Alex Rins, Lois Baz, hit to Barbara, Tito Rabat, Kyle Abraham, Paul Spargo, Sam Lowe's, and we're right at the back with Bradley Smith. Awful qualifying, but hey, we've shown superb race pace. We can go through the field. So we are looking at the group. Petrucci on par ahead of Dovi and Rossi with Vinales, Pedrosa, Crutcho, Marquez, Zarco, Lorenzo. The Finn rounds out the top 10 of Inoni and Espargo, and there is Volga, Redding, Miller, Batista, Rins, Bads. And there is Blue Steel in 24 for Bradley Smith on the special row.
Everything's ready for the race to start now. We're just waiting for those lights to go out. And the riders will take these last few seconds to focus on the race ahead.
What about that a Ducati? You do expect them on pole around here. Definitely got the horsepower, but not the Pramac Ducati. Let's see what Petrucci can do and what McDonald can do from 24th on the grid as we're underway with his 6 out of race. He's already jumped Abraham. Rabat jumping ahead of Baptista and Rins, approaching the first corner. Then he gets braking right. Well, he tries to dive it. Oh, he's outbraked himself. Oh, country mile McDonald. So that good start has come to naught. So he just got to do it all over again from the back. This time, properly from the back, because he's got Lowe's and Smith battling. Got the KTMs battling for 22nd. Battling hard for 22nd. So here comes McDonald up to the back of Sam Lowe's. Let's follow Brett on that Aprilia. Looking down the inside. Trying to ease it. He does. Now looking to the outside the KTMs. Well, he had one there. Still looking to the outside of Bradley Smith. This time through the right-hander. Not going to happen, is it? Oh, it is. Round the outside. There's now Paulsburg. It's been held up by Abraham. No one gets hold up. Now Smith to come back. But it holds off his fellow Brit. And it's behind the Spaniards. From a Moto2 champion. Dies down the inside of him, is he? Oh. Now down the inside of Abraham. Is that Leash down there in 21st? Poor opening that for the Aprilia. After qualifying in the top 12. And now here comes McDonald down the inside of Baptista. Trying to go through the middle of the Mark VDS boys. Around the outside of Rins as well. As he battles his way through the field. As Dovi leads onto the second lap. McDonald up to 16th after that fall. Not a bad recovery so far. Still so much more to do. Like braking for the first corner. Goes slightly wide. But he's very slow. McDonald's into the points. Oh, and it's down the inside. The Tech Free is down. Battling Volga. And he's down to last again. It's a repeat of the previous lap. Come on, McDonald, get it together. That was a stupid move on the Tech Free. Of course, our rivals in the privateer Yamaha camp. As Vinales gets past Rossi to lead on Rossi's home turf. I'm sure the home fans are, oh, we'll like that, as that was a very ambitious move from McDonald on Smith. Well, he makes it through into 23rd. And you see, Pole's still being held up by Cal Abraham. Czech Rod, they're not doing badly this race, holding up that KTM. But here comes McDonald down the inside of both of them. Into all the chicane. That's to take us some avoiding action. Up to 21st. Now we go into the final sector, which is his favourite sector. No doubt. Gets it down to third gear. Through the long right-hander, down the hill. Pick your spot to kick up the power. Or looking down the inside of a bat. Through the chicane, makes it through into the top 20 is McDonald. And now look at all of the slipstream partners he's got. With his front straight. We've got Jack Miller in front. We've got, is that Rins holding up everyone? So the slots in front of the Australian. He's got the Aprilia in front of Elish. As Vinales leads. Going on to the third lap. And here comes McDonald trying to make it 3 wide, is he? Doesn't this like Baptista's losing out. Here comes McDonald diving down the inside of Alicia Spargo, down the inside of Baptista and Rins. Definitely is aggressive this race. Oh, is he Noni? Rins is in front of us in the points. Noni's down there. What a shocking race for the Italian. home round, of course. Got Hector Barber in the points in front. On the Avintia. Just try and make it past the veteran Spaniard. As we're getting in this slipstream, looking to the outside, are we for the right-hander? It's McDonald, is he going to ride? No, he's keeping it in, but not getting the momentum. Here we go, through the next right. This Barber's a bit all over the place. It's old Hector. So is McDonald breaking into the chicane. Makes it through. Barber fights back. Oh, McDonald holds on. He's back into the points, is the Scot. Let's see how far he can go from here. Could still get a top 5 maybe. If things go his way. But he's definitely going to get some slipstream heading. Oh, onto the front straight, almost into the back of Rins. Through the chicane. As Dovi and Rossi are battling for the home victory. So here goes McDonald past Rins. Now onto the back of the Tech 3. That's it. McDonald goes round the outside. Goes down the inside. I believe that is Baz on the Avintia, other Avintia machine. It is. The Frenchman having another good race. We break around 100 metres for the first corner. Whoa, here come Baz. And I think that's Folger back by. It's Dovi and Rossi. It is Folger. Dovi and Rossi battling for second now. But here comes McDonald diving down the inside of Baz. Oh, he likes to fight the Frenchman, and McDonald's definitely giving it to him there. But into 12th. Over a second behind Scott Redding on the Permit machine. Should be very good down the straights, of course. But this Yamaha, not too bad. Down them. Also a fully developed engine as well. So we go downhill. Through the left. Oh, just about. Doing well. And through the right. We're already gaining on Redding. Couple tenths of a second through that sector. We're not even McDonald's favourite sector yet. As it goes into the chicane. Of course, we're in the second half of the race as well. So, same with that rear tyre. The tyres are pretty badly worn already. Over halfway. Not where you want to see them. So we've got to keep in the higher gears through these corners like third gear. Still second. Just to save that tyre wear. There you go, through the chicane. Gaining even more on Scott Redding as he looks to make a move on someone. Is that Lorenzo? Two Ducatis battling out. But just for a top 10. Let's get out of it, Lorenzo, says McDonald. I don't care about your Ducati straight line speed. That's a neck and neck across the line. McDonald's the fastest at 47.5. Tries to outbrake Lorenzo into the first corner of this round and does. Holds onto the top 10 as Rossi gets past Dobby for the lead. And we've got Marquez down in 8th, battling Cal Crutchlow. This is not where you expect to see Mark. Having a poor couple of races on that Honda. Of course, it's not Honda's best circuit. Far from it, but still expect him not to be down in 8th. As here comes McDonald then. Gunning for the Brit. And the Spaniard gets past his fellow Brit, does he? Goes around the outside of Marquez as well. That was easy. Like taking candy from a baby. You don't say that around. Getting past Marc Marquez often. But he is battling back as the Spaniard. Oh, but McDonald holds it round the outside. Now he's going to try and make the move on Pedrosa, who's got Zarco in front. And then our teammates in the top 5, from what I can understand, with the positions. Having a superb races to Finn. Once again. These Yamahas, very handy, aren't they? As they're managing to throttle beautifully through the fast chicane. Now heading on to the final lap. Got a good amount of tyre left. As he dives it down the inside of Pedrosa. No braking for that Honda. As Crutchlow gets past Marquez for 9th. Marquez down to 10th. As here comes McDonald past this fellow satellite Yamaha. And on to the final lap. Dovi gets past Fernandez for 2nd. Pedrosa sets the fastest out, 47.2. Tries to outbrake Zarco into the first corner, but the Frenchman battling back. As Vinales, Rossi and Dovi are trying to settle who wins this thing. It's our teammate in front in 5th. Madonna trying to take that top 5 off him, but he's 2.6 seconds in front, and here comes Zarco. The Frenchman battling hard on the Tech 3. Battle of the satellite bikes here, and Pedrosa interjecting on his Honda. The best Honda as well, isn't he? Danny down in 7th. Awful round for Honda. But here goes the Yamaha of McDonald. Away from the madness of behind. 2.5 seconds behind his teammate after 2 falls as well. I was thinking he'd take this result. It just highlights what could have been without getting too excited heading into the first corner. Too excited on the second lap. From the back up to 6th. 19 places made in 4.5 laps. That's not bad at all. Just go a bit wide through the fast right. Got it down a second. Should have kept it in 3rd. Do go through the fast chicane. Taking it easy on the final lap is McDonald. As you can see, the tyres very heavily worn. As Rossi trying to get the home crowd on their feet in the final corner, getting past Vinales. Will the Spaniard have the run towards the line? We'll find out in a couple of seconds. As here comes McDonald running towards the line. Here's Rossi who holds on. The chainsaws are going to go crazy around the circuit. Revving out of control as McDonald crosses the line. A fantastic result for Elusive once again in 5th and 6th. McDonald with the fastest out once again and 5.2 seconds off the win after 2 falls. What could have been with Vinales just 0.5 of a second behind his teammate. And Dovi just 0.5 second off the win. Petrucci, superb race from the Pramac Ducati in 4th. Then the fine fin in 5th. 3 seconds off the race win. I would not expect that. 6 races into our MotoGP adventure with the pair, but fantastic from the fin, fantastic from McDonald through the field. Pedrosa in 7th, seconds off the win, and just 1/10 of a second ahead of Johan Zarco in 8th. Cal Crutcher 9th. Marc Marquez in 10th. 9 seconds off the win, which isn't that bad, but down in 10th. Then you've got Jorge Lorenzo in 11th on the Ducati. Scott Redding in 12th. Lewis Baz in 13th. Folger in 14th. Alex Wins grabs the final point by 0.3 of a second ahead of Alicia Spargo on the Aprilia. With Hector Barbara knocked down to 17th in the end. And Baptista 18th. Jack Miller ahead of his teammate Tito Rabat in 19th. Paul Spargo ahead of his teammate Brandy Smith in 21st. Sam Lowe's 23rd. Andrea Iannone, the Italian, who's battled for the win on the Ducati round here. On the Zook, it's a very different story in 24th. Disastrous from him, with Cal Abram in last. So in the championship, Vinales leads by 5 points from Rossi, with Marc Marquez dropping like a stone from the Yamaha pair, 18 points back now. With Dovi 32 points back and McDonald 48 points back in 5th, but ahead of Danny Pedrosa by 12 points, who's 12 points ahead of the Flying Finn, who grabs 7th in the championship by a single point ahead of Petrucci. And they jump Cal Crutcher, who drops to 9th, who's level on points with Johan Zarco, who rounds out the top 10, and 2 points ahead of Jorge Lorenzo, with Scott Redding in 12th, Iannone in 13th, Folger 14th, Alicia Spargo 15th, Loris Baz up to 16th ahead of Alvaro Baptista in the battle of the satellite Ducatis there. And Jack Miller in 18th, and Alex Wins as the last point scorer in 19th, with Hector Barbara just missing out the points in Italy, and is the highest non-point scorer in the championship in 20th ahead of Tito Rabat, Cal Abraham, the KTM of Paul Spargo, Sam Lowe's, and then the other KTM of Bradley Smith is right at the bottom. As in the constructor stand, it's Honda 39 points back of Yamaha and 22 points ahead of Ducati in 2nd, with Suzuki in 4th, Aprilia in 5th, KTM yet to score. As in the team's rankings, it is the Works Yamaha team by 73 points ahead of Repsol, Honda, Ducati in 3rd, just 11 points ahead of Elusive. Fantastic, who are 39 points ahead of Pramac. Then Tech 3 in 6th, LCR 7th, Suzuki 8th, Aprilia 9th, Avintia a single point ahead of Aspar with Mark VDS in 12th, and just the factory KTM effort yet to score. As looking at the weekend week-up, there is one team, one class which really steps out. MotoGP, despite a couple of falls for McDonald. Look at that. Started in 24th, finished in 7th, just missed out on the race objective because his teammate achieved it for the first time, I believe, from the flying fin. Started in 10th, finished in 5th. Brilliant race from them both. Well, for McDonald after the first lap and a bit. Then in Moto2, on home turf, the Andrea almost got into the top 20, started 33rd, finished in 22nd. Better qualifying from the Argentine in 28th, but once again finishing right down there in 33rd. He's not having a happy time in Moto2. Well, for Omar, started 32nd, finished in 31st, but look at that. From the Swede, started second, finished second. His first podium for Elusive in Moto3. Smashed the race objectives up into the top 10 in the championship as well, and he improves his throttle management and body position. Omar now has 100 affinity in Moto3, improves his braking and cornering. Then you've got Alejandro, improves his Moto2 affinity, so does Andrea, and he improves his cornering as well. McDonald improves his braking and throttle management, and the Finn improves his MotoGP affinity, cornering and throttle management, and we've earned a decent amount of credits and reputation. As we are now in the transfer window, so I could change bikes, but I think we're going to stick with all of these bikes. As you can see, all of the riders have level 3 performance as well. But I was thinking about maybe Alejandro dropping back to Moto 3 already next season. He is a Moto 3 specialist, and you know, so he is really struggling with Moto 2. Andreas making a good fist of it though. And definitely the Swede who could maybe move up to Moto 2, just exchange those places. As let's look at Omar. Let's look at his overall 52%. So there's definitely lots of improvement for Omar. Let's see if we look at Alejandro, 78% now. Almost there. And maximum performance, well, for Andre is at maximum performance, 100%. As you can see, those are his stats. Braking 68, throttle management 63, cornering 65, body position 65. McDonald almost there as well. And for the Finn, he's at 95%. And look at all of his stats in the mid-80s. And then for the Swede, he's almost at 100% as well. And his stats look like they're going to be mid-70s for most. And higher 70s maybe for throttle management and body position. So he's definitely good. So is Alejandro. Omar seems to be decent as well. And of course, McDonald and the Finn are very good. It's just Andrea that we might have to change next season because he's maximised his potential. We might have to get another rider in. But he's a master tussler. He really is battling on that Moto2 machine. Yes, we're not going to make any changes. As next time out, we'll be heading to Spain for the second time in the Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya. Happy hunting ground for McDonald in the past. But can the flying Finn continue his good form? Can our Moto2 team get it together? And in Moto3, can the Swede continue racking up the points? Well, for Omar, can he continue improving? Find out next time. Thanks for watching. I'll see you then.